All right, this video will show you how to install your rear bumper on a chrome bumper vet 68 to 73, and I'm going to explain why there's no bumper on the driver's side. Keep watching to learn how. All right, so I'm doing a test fit, and I did end up getting a step drill and opening up these holes back here, behind here, just to give me a little more wiggle room. But I think it's gonna be okay. This is not the part that came with the car. I bought this lower part separately, so you know, I'm not expecting it to fit like a glove. I think I can get it close, but it's not, you know, it's not gonna sit perfectly in there, but that's okay because this is coming to the rescue. So that'll cover up most of that, and then this will all be behind the bumpers anyway, except for that little bit right there. So I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna go ahead and seal these holes that I made though, and revisit this a little bit later. But so far so good. I decided to go to the hardware store and buy all new nuts, bolts, and washers. And all of this cost me $16. Which I think roughly, and I don't know if I got enough washers actually. I got 10 bolts, 10 nuts, and 12 or 14 washers. I don't know how many washers I got. I got a lot. I got this many. Okay, well, I just discovered something that is now obvious, which is you have to put in this brace bolt first, because once it's on the car, you can't access it. So that I put in, and I left it. It's actually, you got to leave it, I think, a little bit loose, because then you have to adjust it and line it up. Unless you do a test fit, I guess, which I might have to do right now. But it's pretty easy to put these in, especially the corner over here. So you can hold the bumper up and pretty easily get that corner bolt in. Of course, the spacing on mine, like this is tight right here. You see where it's almost like there isn't enough room between these two. I don't know why, but you know, it's just the way things go together. So I'm gonna put this back up and we'll see where we're at. If your car's been sitting for nearly 3 years or more, or anywhere near that, like mine has, you're definitely going to want to chase down all these threads. This was really tight. And I think it's because, you know, it's been sitting out in the weather. It's got paint in there. So just make sure you spend some time chase down the threads. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad. I could still work that a little more. These are all good. Did this one wasn't too bad, but this corner needed a lot of work. And also note the angle. I feel like the angle is like lower than you think it is. So once I finish this one up and get that moving easier, yeah, it's still not quite there, but let's see. It's a 5/8. Once I get this moving the way I want it, it also binds a little bit against the body. So that's getting there. But I'm gonna take my time and make sure this is easy to move, because I don't want to be struggling with putting a bolt in when I'm trying to hold this bumper up, or the bumper, the split bumper. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. All right, moving on. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. See that? It's not a lot, but it's enough to make getting this bolt in. Where's my bolt? Here. It's enough to where getting this in there is difficult. So I think I'm gonna tighten this up, and maybe, you know, pushing that into the corner will make this easier. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. And then I got that to line up, which it seems to be lining up, but I don't know. I haven't checked it from the inside. So let's get this in first. And I'm keeping everything loose. I am keeping the inner bolts loose, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep working on this. All right, guys. So I want to show you one of the things I'm struggling with, and that is this. Apparently, I mean, and I don't know if these are the original bumpers on the car. I have no idea. I don't even know if this is the original rear end. I kind of think it's a replacement. But in any event, there's not enough room between these two holes, so you can see here how much binding there is. So I'm going to open up this hole a little bit over there, and I'm, you know, so that I can get this bolt in, and then we'll put it back together. Let's go. We are in, baby. And I gotta say, this is super solid. Like, you don't even really need to hook up these other bolts. Like this bolt over here, especially because it's just inside the fiberglass. I think it's just so this doesn't like move up and down at all, but honestly, you can't even move it. Like you don't even really need, I'm not saying you shouldn't put it, but I mean, you don't even really need this bolt over here. I'm going to put it in, of course, but this thing is so solid right now. It's it's not going anywhere. It's just bolted into the frame. So what I'm doing, and again, I'm not an expert, you guys. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a body guy. This is my first time doing this. But I do want to say that I think common sense would dictate that you tighten the big stuff first, right? These things, because these two don't really move very much. Especially this one over here. It is what it is. This one, you've got some flexibility, but I just, you know, once you get that tight, then you tighten this stuff up, right? That makes sense, right? And then put, you know, tighten this one or put this in. This is loose right now, but that'll go in. So that's what I'm doing. Just tighten the big stuff first and then get the small stuff done, all right? One down, one to go, baby. All right. I'm very happy with that. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how long of a journey this has been. Crazy. So all the bolts are in. I'm not going to do the other side on this camera. I mean, just the same thing, but let's review. We got these two. I put this one in first right here. Pretty easy. And then you attach the bracket arm. You attach this first down here, and then you can leave it a little loose if you want and get it fit, and then tighten it up when you pull it off. And then I put in where's the second? The second one is here, right? Put that in, and then you put in the side over there to hold it. And that one, don't go crazy with the torque. It's just fiberglass. And then finally, once you got the bumper on here, then tighten all this stuff up. And there's, you know, 2 sets of bolts. I got all new hardware in there. Super happy with the way that turned out. So I don't even know if, you know, there's not that much adjustability. It's just, you just put it on and it is where it is. You guys are not going to believe this. So this all is lined up, right? Check this out. Look at this side. Look at this side. Oh my God, what is happening? How is this even possible? I don't understand how there can be that big of a gap. I mean, it doesn't even look like it was bent. Was it bent? Was it from a different car? I don't understand. So, yeah, it's supposed to look like that. And it looks like this. Woo! Totally different. It even looks different from the back. I can't believe it, you guys. There was some weird stuff back here when I got the car. So, well, I just found out something I didn't know, which was something happened, or they swapped out the driver's side or something. Looks like I'll be ordering a replacement driver's side bumper. Isn't that nice? Well, moving on.